Hello, this is Excel, and welcome to my Advanced Surrender to Madness Shadow or Death Usage Guide. As you know, Shadow or Death is your primary way to fully recover your insanity from the gradual decrease after your second Void Torrent. There are two important parts here. First, you want to start banking your death charges after your second Void Torrent. From this point on, you only use Shadow or Death if you absolutely need to. Next is how you use Shadow or Death when you actually do need to use it. After you're comfortable with the rotation and you have a good idea of when you're going to need to use a death to maintain your void form, when Shadow or Death is going to be your next global, delay it for just a fraction of a second, or long enough so that you don't overcap insanity too badly. The goal should be to delay using your death until you are at or below 30 insanity. To be more specific, say after a void bullet you know your next global needs to be death or you'll die, and you're at 50 to 60 insanity. Instead of firing off that death right away, hold it for just a split second and let your insanity drain down to around 30 before you use it. It doesn't seem like much, but when you get good at this, it's enough to delay when you need to start using cooldowns by a pretty decent margin. The idea is that it allows your next void bolt to fully come off cooldown so that you don't have that awkward waiting period right after your death where your insanity is draining for a fraction of a second before you can actually void bolt again. At lower stacks, this is not an issue, and if you're that high on insanity, you simply keep up a non-death rotation. But at higher stacks, like in the 65 plus range, the drain starts to get high enough so that this is no longer possible. Remember that this also applies to your neck. The more careful you are with your Shadow or Death and neck usage, the easier and longer your void forms will last. If you have any questions or thoughts on this video, please leave your feedback in the comments section below. That concludes this guide. Thanks for watching.